"Mommy, he's moving!" my 5-year-old daughter shrieked. "Junior, get the doctor, quickly!" my wife yelled in a panic. "John, please, wake up! Don't do this to us!" my wife begged as she gripped my hand in terror. "What? Where are we? Why can't I feel my legs?" I shouted. My wife gripped my hand harder than the time she was in labor, tears streaming down her exhausted face. She was trying to speak, but nothing was coming out. As I looked around, I began to realize tubes and fluids were coming in and out of every limb of my body. And there were the monitors all around me, hissing and beeping. Next thing I knew, a doctor with a stern look on his face barged in the cold, darkened room and gave me news so terrifying I began to shake uncontrollably. "John, you were minutes away from being pronounced dead. You were in a diabetic coma. Your blood sugar level was so high, you should have died, but you're not in the clear yet." I never felt so much fear and disappointment in my life. The thought of my kids growing up without their father, and my wife, widowed, all on her own. It made me realize, once and for all, I lost complete control of my life and health. My youngest, my 5-year-old daughter, Stephanie, hugged me, looked me in the eyes and said, "Daddy, what's wrong with you?" At that moment, I realized I could not let this disease take my life. Not now, not ever. Upon returning home from the hospital, as we were sitting for dinner, I sat there in shock, hands shaking, sweating.
Please click on the link below the video to watch the full content, if you are interested.
I could not believe the look of sadness and fear that my family had in their eyes. By the time night rolled around and we sent the kids to bed, they each kissed and hugged me before bed. But when they said, "I love you," it sounded like they were saying goodbye, as if it was the last time they'd ever see me again. I know this isn't a very pretty picture, but here's the good news. That single life-threatening event ended up being a blessing in disguise. This secret is so powerful, it has transformed my life. It lowered my A1C to a healthy 5.7%, melted pounds of extra weight off my body, and gave me all-day energy, all within just 30 days. My doctors were speechless, and people who were suffering from type 2 diabetes became desperate to know this secret. And you can start using this simple secret once you understand the truth about diabetes. Listen, you've been lied to your whole life. Multiple studies, including one published in the renowned New England Journal, have found that you cannot control diabetes with medications or insulin, because they do not treat the root cause of type 2 diabetes. They simply treat the symptoms. Plus, new studies have shown that these remedies can actually make your diabetes even worse and even increase your chances of death. But by using the natural secret you're about to learn in this short presentation, something that has only been known to an indigenous tribe in a small Asian country, you can quickly target the root cause of type 2 diabetes and get perfect blood sugar numbers in as little as 30 days, without the dangerous side effects of pharmaceutical drugs. To be clear, this secret is not a new drug. It has nothing to do with eating gag-inducing meals, nor does it involve injecting yourself with a better version of insulin. It is a completely natural and 100% safe way that's guaranteed to turn your life around. And I've made this presentation because the secret is just too important to hide, especially when the misinformation perpetrated by mainstream medicine is ruining lives and bleeding people dry of money. But it stops here. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why everything you heard from your doctors about type 2 diabetes is wrong. You'll be infuriated to know how giant pharmaceutical corporations rob you of your money, and how simple it actually is to lower your blood sugar and attain healthy body weight, protect yourself from heart disease, and reverse type 2 diabetes. You'll also hear why controlling your blood sugar using meds and insulin makes you even more vulnerable to heart disease, strokes, and kidney damage. And finally, if you stay with me till the end, I'll reveal how you can naturally and safely reverse your type 2 diabetes in 30 days, along with all the studies and research that proves it works. This secret has already helped countless people become diabetes-free, like Caroline S. from Houston, Texas. Thanks, John, for this useful information. I have been using it. It is helping me. I feel much better. I've been losing weight every week. My energy levels are very good, and I feel like a new person. Thank you so much, John. Barbara J. from Albany, New York. Thank you for the information without having to go through so much jargon and big words. It is very simple. I've tried other complicated things, and they lecture and never get to the point. I appreciate it very much. This secret is so effective, it has already helped 43,897 people become free of their type 2 diabetes. And it doesn't matter how long you've been struggling with blood sugar, or if you've come from a family of bad genetics. If you apply this secret, I guarantee the next time you visit your doctor, he'll be delighted to say, "Your numbers are perfect. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Now, I understand you might be skeptical, and there's no shortage of fad diets and health hacks out there. I don't blame you. In fact, when I discovered the secret, I was skeptical too. But if you hear me out, you'll see everything I'm saying here is 100% true. So make sure you watch this presentation now, because it's burning a big giant hole in Big Pharma's profits. And their lawyers are doing everything in their power to take this website down. So, silent your phone, get a pen and paper, and make sure to watch this presentation till the end. This is your chance to be diabetes-free once and for all. Hi, my name is John Gutrich. I don't have a medical degree, I'm not a certified nutritionist, nor am I one of those online gurus. I'm just a regular person like you. I'm an office manager, and I live in Springfield, Illinois, with my beautiful wife, 2 sons, and a daughter. And unlike most doctors and experts who have never suffered from type 2 diabetes themselves, I know exactly what it's like to live with this disease. My story is extremely painful, but I think you can relate with some of it. It all started in my late 30s, when I started gaining weight for the first time. My kids used to point at my belly and joke that I looked pregnant. I didn't take it seriously and simply brushed it off as part of aging. But other problems soon began to pop their ugly heads, robbing me of my health. I started feeling sluggish and tired all day. Headaches were becoming common as months went by. My brain wouldn't function properly after meals. And then one summer I noticed that I would always feel dehydrated, but was still visiting the toilet more than usual. So upon my wife's suggestion, I decided to talk to my doctor about these problems. After some tests, I was hit with the life-changing news, you have type 2 diabetes. And so it began, years upon years of being fed pills and injections as my physical and mental health withered away. As the days passed by, I kept gaining more and more weight. My energy levels lowered to the point it became difficult to do simple household tasks. Brain fog crept in, making it impossible to think clear. And physical issues kept popping up every now and then. So what did my doctor do to fix this? More pills and stronger doses. And for a middle-class family like us, these meds were a huge financial drain. Yet it felt as though those meds weren't helping at all. I went from a decent 182 pounds to a whopping 263 pounds. My blood pressure was going through the roof, and I felt so tired that walking up the stairs to my bedroom seemed like a monumental task. My doctor couldn't explain any of this. He always gave a vague answer, "It's common among diabetics." I didn't have the slightest idea why my health was deteriorating, even though I was doing everything my doctor told me to. Not to mention how these meds were financially draining us. And on my 43rd birthday, It all came crashing down.
Please click on the link below the video to watch the full content. If you are interested,